I was sorry that you got garaged yesterday.
Oh, it's fine. That's okay.
So sort of piggybacking on that discussion from yesterday. Hey.
Hi.
Here, you want me to stand up here? And,
Yeah, I was just gonna see if how are you guys?
Good.
There. Okay, Joy's here, so I just wanted to get her
Okay.
set up. And it's recording and I'll just lap off the
all right.
beginning of it, so.
If there's any way to for virtual folks, because I'm staying virtual. I'm not, you know, to have the words of assurance.
I didn't
Hey,
know.
Joy.
Because they're hard to hear
Yeah.
and it's cumbersome to get to my
To
bulletin.
print it and
And to print it and stuff. And I know to put it in the chat, I think you have to put it in there once everybody's on, for everybody to see it. Or
So
I've had some mixed experiences using chat and Zoom. So
yeah, so Zoom, what we'll have to do is we'll have to share screen again.
yeah, I mean that's relatively easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, to
Yeah, that's good
share
feedback.
just that. But it's
All right, Miss Joy, I think that's good. We were testing it.
yeah, that's why I was in your place. Sorry. How?
That's perfect.
Is that good?
Thought we had
It's
to
everybody's
do
Yeah,
instructor.
and what I'll do is I'll lower it just a little bit. So
When you're, do you sit?
on the floor some, yeah,
Okay.
that'll be perfect.
All right, is that in anybody's way then?
No, and you don't need to plug it in or anything?
No.
Wonderful.
It's recording, so I'll just lap off the beginning.
Okay, I got you.
And I'm doing the other ones now, and I'll send a link with all the recordings, because I have like 3, how do you say it, Qigong, and 3 yoga that I still need to send. So I'm
Perfect.
doing that now that I'm back.
Okay,
So.
thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Enjoy.
Kendra.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, Kathy.
Hey, I finally made it.
Yay, but you've been doing some neat stuff.
Well, I'm running and a little bit of neat stuff.
You're running?
No, running around.
Running
Oh.
around.
Running around.
From
oh, no.
who?
Oh no, these joints can't take running. Oh no. Not even when I was a young woman, these joints couldn't take running.
Yeah, my knees.
Well, I'll be interested to hear when you went to Christ Mount.
When we lived in Raleigh, which would have been 2nd and 3rd grade,
Which church was your dad at in Raleigh?
it was on Dixie Trail, Sunset Christian Church. Don't ask me why I remember that. Sunset Hills Christian Church
Oh, I don't know that
on
that's
Dixie
even-
Trail.
I'll have to find out the because I don't remember the name of that church.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Maybe they.
this has been a problem all morning. Well, for the last 10 minutes.
I'll have to ask Mother because she would remember. She would.
Yeah. I'm going to
Nikki, your mat, that's beautiful.
got a couple more minutes. Isn't that?
Is it a cork print or is it actual cork?
I think it's actually a cork.
So no, we have sold, I work at a quilt shop. I just gotta come feel it. That's all right.
Of course.
I got a touch fabric. Oh my gosh, yeah. Isn't it cork? Feels like it, yeah. So we've sold cork. You can, make beautiful purses out of it.
Oh, you sell actual cork. Does it have a backing?
Yeah. I don't think we have any in stock right now.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I have some at home, but one day we'll make into something. But
Yeah. We got a couple minutes, so
yeah, it comes in different colors. You can get it
Really?
with all kinds of like metallic flecks on it.
Where do you work?
gosh,
Quilting Adventures. It's up in Lakeside.
I love Lakeside. There's some cool little shops.
There are. There are.
Sure.
You know where Ginner Park is? I mean, not Ginner Park.
Louis Ginner.
Louis Ginner.
Yeah, that's what I was
All
thinking.
right. So the shop that I work at is diagonally across the intersection.
We used to be a
So-
barbecue restaurant down there. years
Yeah,
ago.
Virginia Barbecue is still in there.
Is it?
Yeah, Virginia Barbecue. There's a brewery across the street now. There are others. I put that in. There's a neat little restaurant called Love Shack. They're
Do you do quilting?
852.
Yeah. I'm not very, I just do simple kind of stuff. It's fun.
Been intrigued by it, never tried it.
Oh, there's lots of beginning classes. Yeah, there's lots of places. Our shop does them, but most shops do beginning classes too.
I was wondering with all the COVID things, if there's still classes like that, crafting classes and stuff around.
Yeah, I think, each shop is sort of managing it their own way. So,
And that may change as the months go by.
yeah, because like in my shop, we're asking everybody to wear masks now.
We'd open this up. I don't know who closed it. Would you like this door open too, since we don't have masks on for exercise? How does
It
everybody
doesn't
feel?
matter to me.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
there's
want
a
it
good
open, Kim?
breeze coming
Yeah.
through here.
Okay. All right. Next week, a friend of mine's going to join us. So for a couple of weeks, and then she goes on vacation, and then we'll see after that.
Does she live here or?
She
does
lives
is it-
here. She's an artist too. And she's going on vacation to, I know Germany, but I forget the first country, maybe Austria. And her friend in Germany has taught Qigong for 30 years. She said, I need to learn something about it. I said, well, come with us,
Perfect
We just
timing.
had 2 or 4 people and there's space and just come. And so she will. She's really nice and friendly. Susan, y'all like her. But we're going to do a couple things a little differently for the warm up today. And does anybody here either have a pet or have had pets
Have a
Oh,
pet.
yeah.
or have seen videos of wild animals like being chased or whatever? And what you may notice is when animals become stressed or, they escape their predator and they're filled with that adrenaline and all the stress hormones, you'll watch them, they'll shake from head to toe. Have you ever noticed that? Watch it next time. Their body just ripples from head to toe and they're shaking it out of the physical body. That's what they're doing. And that's a little bit of what's behind this, but we're going to act like animals and just what we're going to do is jump up and on the way down, shimmy down to the earth. Shake it off down to the earth. So at your own pace, you don't have to jump high. Whole body shimmy. Release it. That's the intention, right? Do a couple more. A lot of Qigong is playful, and a lot of the moves are, I told you that we follow nature very closely. So a lot of the moves are based on how animals move. So they observed all of nature, not just the internal body and mankind. So anyway, we can add some of our human bouncing to finish that job. Shaking loose what's ready to go. We don't have to know what it is. We just have to be open to releasing. Let's get grounded. We're going to ground quickly. We're going to set the intention that through our body, we reach down as far into the earth and as wide, deep and wide as we can. No pushing, no striving. We gather earth energy and it rises up. It's an infinite flow up through the soles of our feet, up through our legs, and into the lower belly. Place your hands on your dantian, that center of energy. Breathe through the nose into the belly. The earth energy continues to flow in. clearing and cleansing every cell, pushing out even more of what's ready to be released today, so that we can have more earth energy in the lower body and really ground ourselves to the earth. Smile. Earth energy is a deep blue color. You don't have to see it, but if you're someone who thinks in colors, you can imagine the lower half of your body filled with deep blue earth energy. Feel it pulling down through your feet, pulling you toward the earth, stabilizing you, grounding you into the earth. Don't lock your knees, let them bend slightly, just a little looseness in the knees. Feel that pull. Okay. Now let's pull down some heavenly energy. Inhale, reach to the heavens. Pink, red, and violet energies, pull them down through the front of your body. You don't have to pause in each location, just move through the front of your body at your own pace. Hands are just guiding the way. And when your arms become extended, push it down through the front of your legs and the top of your feet into the earth, and inhale again. Hands stay in front, but the mind is going down through the back of the body. Heavenly energy flowing through, clearing and cleansing every cell even more, filling them with heavenly energy. Down the back of the legs into the earth, and one more time. Earth energy in through the core, the very center of your body. Pull it down. Just be with it. You don't have to feel anything special. Your mind is being with the energy. Down through the bones of your legs and into the earth. And then we're connected above and below. We don't always connect above. You don't have to. You can just ground to get a stability for the day. Or if something happens during the day that throws you off kilter or out of balance, just pause and ground. And the more you practice grounding, the quicker you can do it. It's just an intention and just a quick pause. Bring it up, let it flow, and you're grounded. But go as slow as you need to go right now. Just work with it. And you can ground as many times as you want during the day to get through the day. Okay, we'll warm up a little, some of what we've done before, a little bit new. Let's start at the waist. We'll get in the Tai Chi pose, feet parallel beneath the hips and shoulders, knees slightly bent, sacrum or tailbone just barely tucked. Don't over tuck it, you can hurt yourself. Back is straight but not stiff. Arms hang from the shoulders with a little space in the armpits. Chin is slightly down as if there's a line pulling up the crown of your head. And now loosen everything. Don't be stiff. Okay. So you can bring your hands now to your waist, and let's just rotate at the waist. Back the other direction. And move your hands to And let's rotate at the hips. Try to focus on only moving the hips. Of course, everything's going to follow, but let the movement and tension be there. And change direction. Okay. Let's put one leg out. The back leg knee will be slightly bent, foot up, cross the arms, and let's go down if you can, bending at the hips, not hunching the back over, going down. And if you can touch your elbow to your knee, great. If you can't, just go as far as you can. Keep breathing. If anything starts to feel like it's going to hurt, stop it. We don't push in Qigong. Okay, now raise your body, massage that knee. Switch legs. Elbows crossed. If it's the left leg, it's the left elbow that touches, and vice versa. Bending at the hip, not hunching the back. Keep breathing. Massage the knee. Now, okay. And I want to say this, I massaged my knees at home with oil this morning because they were, I could tell they weren't hurting, but they were like on the verge of hurting. So like you with your shoulder, Vicki, or anyone else who may have a spot that gives you trouble, not necessarily in here, but anytime, you may want to give that a little extra attention before class. You don't have to use oil, but you can use massage or use heat to help it warm up. So we're going to do some arm exercises, and they're going to be up here. So lower your arms if you have pain. Do them down here or here. Stop if you need to stop. It's okay. Remember early on I said Qigong is a mind-body connection. So if you can't move your arms comfortably at any of these levels, then sit in the chair, close your eyes, go inside your arms, and move them in your mind. The mind will connect to the arms. Just practice that as a way of continuing to be a part of the class and practicing the mind-body connection. Okay. Huh?
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. So, back to our Tai Chi Wuji Pose. And let's bring the arms up, thumbs forward, fingers gently in. This is going to help with posture too. And just small arm circles. Go back. Be aware of your shoulder blades moving in the back. Now, bring your hands. We're going to clasp the hands behind the base of the skull, not on the neck, but on the base of the skull. If you can turn your feet in a little bit for this one, this is really going to help straighten the posture. Yeah. And what you're going to do is bring the elbows to, whoops, I'm mixing two exercises, sorry. The feet are right, the elbows are right, but the hands are here. Same position as for the arm circles, right at the temples. So we're going to come forward and back. I find when I do this at night, I hear and I feel the tendons snapping over bone. I must be out of alignment. Go at your own pace. Keep breathing. Stop when you need to. 2 more if you're going. Okay. Now, a couple more for the arms and then we'll move to the legs. Let's get a figure 8 going. You know, figure 8. So we're going to go over to your left, turn, go over to your right, turn. So we're going to get the torso going first. Don't twist your knees too much if you have knee problems. Soften the shoulders, but just let the body follow how the ankles are guiding. Let the torso and the shoulders, loosening the spine in a different way. Now, let the arms flow a little bit. Again, we're not lifting them, we're just kind of letting them go. Keep breathing, smiling. Lift the arms higher. Keep the torso going. Rotate the wrists as you go back and forth. And if you're able, reach up high. Keep breathing, smiling. Lower the shoulder. And lower back down to the sides. Okay. Now, one more. We're going to spread the feet wider like we do for the kidney prescription. And we're going to just, you can lock your arms like this, or you can let your arms just hang down. Go as far as you can. Don't lock your knees, but bend them a little if you need to. But soften them. When I say don't lock, but soften, that's what I mean, just a slight bend. Go down from the hips, and that's not, from the hips, and just go down and just hang for a bit. Keep breathing. Now, if you have blood pressure issues or dizziness, maybe skip this one. Do it in your mind. Now let the arms come apart. And if you can touch the floor, great. If you can't, don't worry. But we're going to do the figure 8 again. So let's start with bending the right knee back to center, bending your left knee, center, right knee, center. We're stretching the inner leg, the kidney meridian that runs up the inside of the leg, and the lower back and the hips. Now, if you're comfortable, you feel balanced, you can lift, you can stay down this low, lift your hands off the floor and let them flow with the bent knee. When I bend my left knee, my hands drag around to the left and they circle back. They're making a figure 8 on the floor. The body loves a figure 8. It's a very healing form. Keep breathing. Warming up the knees, the ankles, the hips, stretching the back and the hips. And when you come back to center, bring your feet back to the Tai Chi width, closer together. Bend the knees and roll up the back like we did with the crane breathing. Remember the crane practice? Roll up from the bottom, one vertebra at a time. Keep breathing. Neck is the last part to come up. And the arms go back and smile. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Get a sip of water. That was a good warm up. See if your time is right. Okay. You have your choice. Do you want to do ocean breathing or do you want to do this to really get moving? Ocean. Okay.
I'm falling asleep.
Okay. So for ocean breathing, we start with Tai Chi Pose. Take yourself to the ocean, walking across the sand, going toward the water. You start walking into the water and you keep going. Water energy all around you. And you keep going. It's up to your knees now. It's up to your thighs. And now it's up to your waist. And you know how when the water's that deep around you, you're already moving. You're feeling it. Move a little bit forward, a little bit backward. When the tide comes in, it pushes us back a little bit. When it goes out, we go forward a little bit. When you come forward, inhale. When you go back, exhale. Now, keep going. We're going to add the hands. The hands start as if you're holding a ball of energy right in front of the dantian, remember? As you come forward, separate the hands a little bit, and as you go back, close them. Feel the water moving you. Separate a little more, close them. Next time forward, separate a little more. As if your hands are on top of that water, except they're not waist high, a little below. But each time you come forward, open the hands a little more. The hands are like, the arms are like noodles. They're very soft and gentle. The muscles are not holding them. Wider and wider with each breath. Inhale forward, exhale backward. And when you get to almost shoulder level apart, then you start opening a little less. Trust your feet and ankles. Let your whole body, don't bend forward at the waist. Don't go, let the whole body go forward on the toes, back on the heels. A little bit, not too much. Gradually, we're opening less and less. And then we repeat. Each time we open, it's a little wider. Inhale when you come to the front. Exhale when you go to the back. And when you get almost shoulder width apart, then begin to open less. Forward and you open, backward and you close. Good. And when you come back to being almost closed, just let your body keep rocking, swaying with the movement of the water. The whole body leans, leaning forward, leaning backward from the toes or the heels. Don't go too far, just a little bit. Let the water move you. And let your arms come to your side. Just keep moving the body in the water. Smile. Okay, good. Any questions about that one? That was totally new for you, right, Kathy?
Fine.
Okay. Okay, so we learned some prescriptions, medical Qigong prescriptions for certain organs of the body. So we've only learned 2.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get those with us because we need to practice each time. And we're going to practice that other one that we learned a few weeks ago, the second one for the kidney. You may remember we're working with balancing fire and water energy. Fire in the head and heart, water in the lower part of the body. Because summer is the season of fire, things get fired up more, our energy can sometimes get a little hot. The internal body gets hot, so we're balancing not only internal body energy, but emotions, internal body temperature, but emotions. So the heart prescription is for fire energy, and the kidney prescription is for water energy. There are 5 prescriptions that we'll eventually learn for the main organs. Okay. So let's start with the season that we're in. Let's start with fire energy, heart, the heart prescription, which also helps the small intestine. Anything you do for the heart helps the small intestine. So the way we do this one is we're going to start again by holding a ball of Qi. And let's all have the same hand. Okay, we got right hand on top, left hand on the bottom. The feet are in Tai Chi Pose, knees back. Arms are soft. Get in touch with your shoulder blades. Let them move the arm. Let them initiate the arm movement so you don't have to use the arm muscles quite as much. So what we're going to do, there's a movement part, a breathing part, and a mind-body part. Focus on getting the movement right today. And if you feel ready, add the breathing. You can add the mind-body part anytime you want, if that's today or 6 months from now, doesn't matter. But that's the full practice, includes all 3, okay? So here's the movement part. The bottom, we're going to turn to the right. The bottom hand is going to push over, and then like a stop sign at the same time that the other hand comes up and back facing heaven. Now the top hand is going to come down and be on the bottom this time as we come back to center. And we'll go to the other side. Bottom hand again pushes out, palm up, top hand. Yeah, good. Okay, up like a stop sign, fingers to heaven. Yep, got it. Okay, top hand comes to the bottom. Push out to the other side. Top hand comes to the bottom. Push to the side, lift the other hand up and back. The head always, the eyes always follow the movement. So follow that looking up to heaven. Follow the right hand coming down to the bottom. Follow the left hand going up to heaven. Okay. All right. I'm going to tell you, instead of pushing back, this arm goes to the side. You have great flexibility in your torso, so that's why you can do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Go at your own pace. This is helping the heart energy. Heart energy is about love and joy and happiness. It's about letting go of hatred, cruelty, arrogance, impatience, so we can have more love and joy and happiness. Smile, that helps you relax. Releases dopamine and serotonin. Just a little smile. And you can keep it flowing. Once you feel comfortable, keep flowing. You don't have to pause. If you need to stop, stop and do it in your mind. And now, because we've done quite a bit, let's talk about the breathing. When you come to center, towards center, inhale. When you push to the side, exhale. Inhale as you come back towards center. Exhale as you go to the side. Kind of happens naturally because we're twisting our, pressing our, squeezing our lungs. They can only breathe easily when we're facing front. Breathing in and out through the nose, unless you can't. Loving our hearts, appreciating every beat of every minute of every day of every year of our life. Loving our small intestine for processing all the nutrients that we need, the foods we eat, the choices we make about those foods. Processing all of that. Let's do two more, one to the right and one to the left, and then we'll stop. And just let your arms rest at center. Take a little pause, get a drink of water if you want. Any question about that? That is, instead of writing a prescription for a pill, a medical Qigong practitioner or therapist would give a treatment, but then based on what's happening with the person, give practices as prescription or breath work or whatever might help that person. Okay, check out if you need to. Let's move to the kidney prescription. The kidneys are on both sides of the body, one on each side, just beneath the lower ribs. So we're going to treat one kidney first, repeatedly, then we're going to switch directions and treat the other kidney. Okay? So instead of typical Tai Chi pose, the feet are wider apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to be circling down and up. But I want to stress, when we circle down, don't bend over like this. Bend from the hips and bend the knees so that the torso stays mostly upright. Okay, so try to keep that in mind, and I'll try to remember to remind us. So let's treat the right kidney first, which means the left hand will go up against that right kidney. The right hand is going to come up in front of the eyes, palm facing out. Knees bend slightly. So here's the movement part for the right kidney, the right arm. Oh, before that, what do we have in front of us? Beautiful stream of water, pure healing water, deep blue color, water energy. So this right arm is going to come down, scoop into that wonderful healing stream. Grab some water energy, stillness, gentleness. Bring it up. Rotate your hand back. And at this point, the right kidney receives it. Technically, it comes down the arm and across and into this arm and into the kidney, but we don't think about all that. Okay? So let's repeat that. Grabbing some water energy, some stillness, some peacefulness. Bringing it up into the kidney. And we just repeat that over and over as much as we want. You can slow it down. The slower, I like it the slower the better, but and you don't have to pat your kidney. I do that just to make a physical connection, but we have an intention set here, and so it's happening energetically. Okay, so we do that several times, then we switch hands. Right hand on the left kidney, left hand up, palm facing out. And we scoop the other way. Bring it up into the body to the left kidney. This is such a peaceful movement. I love this movement. Remember your intention. Whole body movement. The kidneys, the adrenals, the bladder, and the sexual organs all benefit from this movement. Okay, any questions about the movement? Okay, let's add the breathing. Shake out your arms if you need to. We're just going to do a few because I know we did a lot just then. Okay. And remember too, we're working on the kidneys through this movement. But anytime we move the arms, we're helping the heart and lungs because that's where heart and lung meridians flow, right? Okay. Let's do the right kidney, right hand up in front, palm out. So adding the breathing is similar to for the heart prescription. When we're facing center, we're inhaling. We exhale as we twist to the side and down. Inhale as we come up and face center. Exhale. And you can speed it up if you can't breathe this slowly. If you need to move faster, it's okay to keep up with your breathing. Let's do two more, then we'll switch hands. Exhale going down. Inhale coming up. Was that two? I think it was. Okay, let's switch hands. Right hand on the left kidney, left arm in front, palm out. Inhale and scoop. Exhale. Inhale coming up. Exhale going down. Gathering stillness, a sense of peace, and bringing it into the kidneys. Two more. And we'll stop. Massage the kidneys. Okay. Let's do that other one that we haven't done for a couple weeks, another kidney practice. Remember, the kidney meridian runs, I have copies for you, Kathy, of what the pathways for the meridians. Kidney meridian starts on the sole of the foot at the kidney 1 acupuncture point, right there, kind of just below this pad, right in the center. And so, you know, we did ocean breathing, which is a water practice. That rocking back and forth over the kidney 1 point is stimulating that kidney meridian. So we're doing a lot of water work today, okay? So anyway, it starts there, it comes up the inside of the leg, goes into the body, over to the kidneys. Then it comes back through the body to right up here. There's some points, some more points. So I tell you that because of the posture that we take with this practice. What we're going to do, we're going to put the backs of each hand on top of the kidneys so that we can do this with our hands when we get ready to. Okay? Our feet are in, feet, legs, and hips and back are in Tai Chi Pose. And the chest, where these points are, is open, and you'll find you need that for balance too when you start doing this practice. So we're stimulating just by opening, stretching, twisting. We are stimulating different points on the meridian for the kidneys. Again, kidneys are also bladder, adrenals, sexual organs. So we're going to first just rise up on the toes, go back down, just kind of get that going. And play with your balance, with what you have to do with these points up here so that you don't fall over when you rise up. Yeah. Now, here's what we do. And it's a mind-body thing because we're going to have a gentle fist close when we're down. When we rise up, we release. When we go down, we squeeze the kidneys. That's the intention. Release, squeeze, squeeze the kidneys. Release, squeeze, release. So we're intending an internal massage for the kidneys. At the same time, we are moving in a way that stimulates points on the kidney meridian. So this is it. You inhale when you go up, you exhale when you go down. It's very simple in terms of, it's not complex, but it's very powerful. If you have low energy, if you are cold, in the winter I use this one a lot to warm up. It gets the blood flowing. It moves the lymph too, because we talked about pumps in the body. The ankles are a pump. Kidney 1 is a pump. We're not really moving other pumps right now in the body, but we're moving those lower body pumps that bring the water up, to help balance fire and water. But the kidney energy is kind of basic for every other energy to succeed. You want to take care of your kidney energy. And this it warms me in the winter because it brings water up so fire comes down, so my cold feet and legs get warm. And it gives me energy. I have to take care of my kidney energy because I burned a lot of it with my career. And And just breathe with it, and you can stop when you need to. Take a break. And let's do that stretch again that we did at the beginning.
When I do the stretch, can I bend the back knee?
You could, yes, we bend the back knee.
Okay, all right.
And don't do it if it doesn't feel comfortable. Okay? It's not that you
If
can't
I
have
bend
a
my knee,
little.
it feels fine.
Yeah, we need to, yeah.
Okay.
Both knees are a little bent. So the right elbow to the right knee. And remember, you're bending at the hip, so you have a flat back. You're not rounding your back. Put some weight on that back foot so that your right heel is not bearing all the weight. Massage the knee. And switch legs. Left elbow to left knee. Bending at the hip, back, flat back. Keep breathing. Feel the stretch along the back of the left leg. Because we've been contracting the calf muscle. So we want to give it a little stretch. And we've been contracting, what is it, hamstrings? Okay. Massage the left knee. All right. Let's take a couple minutes. Let's go back to the chairs. And I gave a lot of handouts, Kathy, that I'll catch you up on.
Okay.
But I want to ask if Greg or Vicki had any further questions regarding the 5 elements, at least as far as water and fire go.
No.
Okay. And we'll talk about this more because we're soon coming into the earth season, the time that we, toward the end of summer. There's no calendar date for when fire season stops and earth seasons begins, and when earth ends and the next season, autumn, metal energy begins. You feel it. And I really have a feeling, a sense of this earth energy. Usually it's mid to late August, and it runs just 2 or 3 weeks into September. And then you're in autumn energy. So we're going to really focus on earth energy probably starting next week. Because if you haven't felt it yet, you will be soon after that. It's just a shift, and it's not going to always come at the same time from year to year. So we'll be talking about earth energy, and that's affiliated with stomach, on the left side, stomach, pancreas, and spleen in the body. So we'll be getting into that, in addition to the heart and the kidney that we've talked about. So I'll have these for you, Kathy. Okay. And I'll also have any questions about the ear points. Have you ever done reflexology, Kathy? Have you heard about it? Massage the foot, the sole, and massage the hand, and there are points on the sole of the foot and the hand that can help the whole body.
Yeah.
Well, the ear is the same way. I have a copy of those points on the ear for you. Let's see. I thought I had something else. Oh, I didn't get it out. I think I'm going to save, I'm just going to give one more today, and I'll save another one for next week. We talked about yin and yang, yin yang, yin yang. And everybody's, I'm sure, seen the symbol that looks like that. I have a handout for each of you. But for you to read at home, so I'm not going to go through it because I want us to have time for a meditation on the floor. And basically, people like to think of yin and yang as opposites. And in a sense, they are. Yin is the more feminine, yang is the more masculine. Yin is nighttime, yang is daytime. Yin is the moon, yang is the sun. Yin is more passive, yang is more assertive, even aggressive. They're energies, yin energy and yang energy. And it takes both. It takes both to have a balanced life. We need some yang, we need some yin. Complementary. They're complementary. And that's the point, that's more important than saying they're opposites, because they're both good when you keep them in balance. And what you see in this drawing, the yin is the dark part. I don't know if you can see from where you are. And the yang is the white part. You see that the yin has a little bit of yang in it, and the yang has a little bit of yin in it. They need each other. And we need the yin and the yang in our life to be balanced. Everything in Qigong is about balance. And so they need each other. And so that would be the overview explanation that I'd give, and then you can read more in this handout. And I'm going to cut the temperature back for this up warmer for this meditation. And before we get down on the floor, are there any questions about anything today?
Okay.
Yeah.
When we're doing the ocean breeze, I was just moving from my ankles. But you mentioned that we're going over that kidney point. So ocean breeze is moving the feet up and down.
Yeah,
too.
here's something. We're not going
No, I was
at the waist.
swaying like this.
I'm going to my toes and then to my heels. But just barely, because if you go too far back on your heels, this is a very subtle movement.
Okay, so it's not like that.
No.
Okay.
Toes, heels. And so this is going to help build balance.
So it's ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly. You see how the whole body stays aligned?
I thought when you mentioned it,
That's a good
it
question.
was more over it because I wasn't doing that drastic. I was just
In the ocean, we are moved by the water more, but it also holds us up. This gives our body the chance to work those little tiny muscles in the feet and ankles, the little small muscles that don't get worked much, as well as operate that kidney 1 point, that pump. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, we have time for a very small meditation. Let's get down on the floor on our backs. Bend your knees if you have any back trouble. You can bring your arms up on your belly or your ribs, or you can let them lie beside you on the floor. Close your eyes. Smile and just pay attention to your breathing for a moment, in and out through the nose. I like having my hands up on my abdomen because I feel like not only are my hands radiating energy and heat, warmth deep inside, but I feel like I'm more in touch with my body this way. I can sense things through my fingertips. But put your awareness on your breathing. Breathing in, breathing out.
Is this like deep breathing or shallow breathing?
This is normal breathing to start. And once you feel settled, then we're going to do some mind-body breathing. You're not concerned about blowing up the belly or, contracting it right now. We're just breathing comfortably, getting comfortable. Letting the body, letting all the muscles that we've been clenching and releasing, now they can just all soften and relax, drop down into the mat. But scan your body and notice if there's any part of it that is still maybe a little tight or tense or stressed. And if there's not, then you know the places that sometimes bother you. Put your awareness on those spots. For me, it's my neck and my middle back and my knees. So choose one. And the next time you breathe in your mind, send that breath right into that spot. You may breathe into your left shoulder blade. And then exhale out, releasing whatever tightness or tension or stress is ready to be let go from that part of your body. And the next time you breathe in, again with your mind-body connection, breathe in a golden light, a healing golden light. Let that light energy come into your body, into that place, and clear and cleanse all the cells of that part of you. And exhale out whatever gets clear. You don't have to think about what it is. We're focusing on breathing in the golden light, breathing out whatever's ready to be let go. And smiling. And if you feel you've cleared that one area and you want to move to another area that gives you trouble, let's do that. Really have a sense of sending your breath, for me, sending my breath into my knees. Breathing out from the knees. And then let your arms rise up above your head, kind of they're on the floor above your head, fingertip to fingertip, palms pointing towards your feet. We're going to breathe in, and on the exhale, we're going to make the sound he, H-E-E-E, as a breath, not as a verbal. And that is a cooling sound, a temperature balancing sound. So let's let the hands guide the way down through the the head, starting at the top of the skull on the exhale, and the hands move toward the feet. If you need to inhale and exhale again, do it. Hands continue to move. Push it down through the toes into the earth and let the arms rest on the floor. You can repeat that vibrational therapy anytime you want, as many times as you want. Turn over onto one side or the other. Take a couple of breaths on your side. And when you're ready, you can slowly sit up and open your eyes. And it's a minute or so after 12 if you're in a hurry today. I'm going to cut the recording. Did you get it, Kathy? Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah. You know what? Just put the lid down and that'll stop it.
Okay.